Charlie Sisitsky was elected City Councilor for District 1, which includes precincts 1 and 2. Now, the City Council has also elected him to serve as the council's vice chair. Charlie's retired, so to speak, but for the past 19 years, he served on the Board of Selectmen and has been the board's representative on the Traffic and Roadway Safety Committee, the Utility Billing Abatement Board, and Community Connections. He's lived in Framingham for 46 years. So, Charlie, the change in government, a city council, and now you decided to run for that. Yeah. What was behind your thoughts?
I think it's just exciting times for the community. As you said, I've been a selectman for 19 years. Before that, I was on a finance committee, and then before that, I was a town meeting member. So I've had a number of years of involvement in town government. I love it. I love helping people. I think I have a lot to offer the new government, and I'm very concerned about making sure that the transition goes smoothly and that we create a smooth running government. And so I thought I had a lot to offer with my institutional knowledge and my background in municipal government. And I thought for me it was a no-brainer to run to be on the city council.
Now, what about the role of vice chair?
I think, you know, with my skills and knowledge as a selectman, I've been a chairman of the Board of Selectmen a number of times. And I've worked with Dennis before on the Board of Selectmen. I think we're going to make a great team. And I look forward to being able to mentor some of the new members of the board that haven't necessarily been involved directly in local government. And we have other people on the board with a number of years of experience. So I think it's going to be a nice mix of people on the board. And I think we're going to be successful and do great things.
Well, that's great. What about some of the issues that are near and dear to your heart? What do you want to tackle?
Well, you know, when I campaigned for District 1, it was a little different than running for selectmen, because selectmen, you run town-wide.
Right.
And so you're involved in a lot of issues throughout the town. In the race for city council, I focused mainly on District 1, which is precinct 1 and 2, because that's where the voters were for me. And plenty of issues in District 1 to concentrate on, including preserving open space. We're worried about the future of Eastleigh Farm. There's a lot of other projects going on there with the Fafford property and the Millwood Golf Course. And of course, there's the Knobscott Shopping Center that everybody is concerned about. And we have the proposed school for autism on Edmonds Road that's sort of at a standstill now. And then when you go into Saxonville, there's issues with traffic there, rebuilding the Athenaeum Hall, building a new fire station, refreshing the Pinefield Shopping Center, working with the owner of the mill to fix that up and make that whole area more attractive, and of course, state lumber. So there's lots of things just in District 1 to keep us busy. Not to not to diminish any other issues around town, but it's plenty to do.
So, and what about you personally? What issues are near and dear to your heart, aside from the ones you just tallied off? But what are some that you personally want to take on?
Well, again, I want to work. I've applied to be on the zoning and land use committee, and hopefully we'll be able to work on that and update the zoning bylaws to a certain extent, work on that, open space, finding new and out-of-the-box ways of preserving open space. Tremendous amount of pressure for development, which is creating lots of traffic problems and stresses on our water and sewer infrastructure. So, I want to work on that stuff too.
So this never gets old for you after all these years.
I love it.
And as vice chair, you're looking forward to mentoring people and helping people learn the ropes.
Yeah.
And you've worked with Dennis before. How do you feel about the way that the council is structured and the charter and working with the mayor in the structure that resulted from the charter commission?
We've had 2 meetings so far, and we seem to be off to a good start with the setting up some rules, creating these standing committees. and picking the chairman and vice chairman. We're going to take a break now until after we get sworn in. Our next meeting is going to be January 2nd. And I'm really looking forward to working with the mayor and her staff. And throughout my campaign, and since then, and I've told this to her right to her face, that I am committed to making sure that she's successful and that this whole transition works and that we have a very good city government in place when we get moving. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm available to meet with her and give her my advice as much as she wants it. And you know, all the knowledge I have, the institutional knowledge I have of so many different things that have gone on over the years.
Right.
So I think we're gonna do well.
So what about the Traffic and Roadway Safety Committee? Are other committees you're serving on now? They're going to go away, and you're going to transition some of it.
I represented the Board of Selectmen on the Traffic and Roadway Committee, and I spent a number of years working with the professional staff in town on that. I'm going to miss that. I thought I had a lot to offer because of my background in public works, and unfortunately I won't be able to serve on that committee anymore. So I'm going to miss that. The licensing commission that's going to be separate too. Up till now, it's been under the purview of the Board of Selectmen, so we won't be involved in that either. And I'll miss that too because that was an important function of the Board of Selectmen to keep track of the licenses in town, especially the liquor licenses that can have such an impact on someone's life. So I'm going to miss that, but there'll be other ways to participate and have a role.
Now, you mentioned that you were going to be hoping to be on the new planning subcommittee of the City Council. Any other subcommittees that you're looking for?
We've been asked to give the chairman a list of 4 that we're interested in. I'm interested in that. I'm interested in the Finance Committee subcommittee and the Rules Committee and the Economic Development Committee. Those are the 4 I put in for. Remains to be seen what I'll get selected for, but it's a start. Okay,
well, good. I look forward to seeing where it all ends up.
Yeah.
It should be very interesting, and it sounds like a lot of work ahead.
Oh, yeah. And I'm not afraid of that. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, ready to roll your sleeves up in a new way and work with new people and get the ball rolling on that. What's the one personal issue that you're most excited to get started on?
You mean other than what I've just mentioned?
Yeah, I mean, whether it's,
Well, actually, I would very much like to see something happen with the Knobscott Shopping Center. And, I've already begun working on that. That was a big thing, a big issue in the campaign.
Very big.
And, I've got at least the next 2 years before another term to get something done, and I want to have something to show for that.
Good.
So that would be my top issue.
Okay, thank you. Charlie Sisitsky is the District 1 City Councilor, and if you live in Precinct 2 and vote at Potter Road School, or if you live in Precinct 1 and vote at the King Building, you are in District 1 and he is your District City Councilor. For more information on Charlie and all the City Councilors, go to FraminghamElectionInfo.org, and there's also a council page on the town website as well.